So, in my work with sex offenders, almost every person that I've spoken with who has offended a child says they reward the child. So this is a theme. There's some gift, there's some toy, there's some money, there's something to get the child to feel indebted in this exchange. So it sounds like it's very similar here. One more thing about this before we move on is, so you just gave us like an overview of the different categories, but Angela, as I'm listening, if I didn't know much about this and I was like tuned into the myths or the stereotypes of who does this to kids, I'm like trying to get into the mind of that person of who doesn't know much about this. And like, I have this image of it, like it's somewhere else. I don't know where, but where are they hiding and who are they? So can you just give us like a couple of examples in all those categories? Is this my neighbor? Is
Yes.
this my doctor? Is this my brother?
Yes.
Is this tell us who are the perpetrators?
Yeah, that is a really good question. So here in LA County, I currently have on my caseload 2 doctors, 1 EMT, a priest, a rabbi, many who have been previously convicted of hands-on sexually abusing a child. And I mentioned the doctors, right? Yeah. Here's the most disturbing one. I currently have 2 sworn law enforcement officers, one of whom is alleged, it's a current case, so I can't talk too much about it, but one of whom is alleged to have used the Wi-Fi at the police station while on duty in order to have a conversation with another presumably adult and trade images of child sexual abuse material back and forth. I just wrapped up a case against a city councilman in the city here in Los Angeles, the city of Pomona, who was also a substitute teacher for not one but 2 different elementary schools. And in addition to sending images of child sexual abuse material across the internet attached in some emails, he also was taking very inappropriate photos at the elementary schools where he worked of his students.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't want to scare everybody out there, from never trusting anyone with their child again and just locking your child in a basement until they're 18 or 30. But I do want to stress the importance of, you cannot trust anybody. I'm sure you see this in your line of work as well. The people who are laying hands on children are your neighbor, a teacher, a city councilman, an EMT, a priest, a rabbi. And so just as your world incorporates anybody and everybody into this category of suspects, the same is just as true in my world as well.
Right. And I agree with you, Angela, that we don't want to just scare people. That's not our intent here. We want to give the facts. And I know in just a couple of minutes, everyone, Angela is going to talk about tips for parents. And